Hello everybody, this is Alex Merced, developer advocate here at Dremio, and in this video what I want to do is kind of go over how you can use the data you have in Dremio in a Deepnote notebook. So basically, bottom line, you've been working in Dremio, you've connected several different data sources, so you have all your data sources here, you've curated them into a semantic layer for your analysts to be able to use, and now they want to bring them into a notebook so they can collaborate with their colleagues in a collaborative environment. And this is where platforms like Deepnote work, where they give you a notebook environment where you can collaborate very easily. Okay, there are multiple ways you can actually bring Dremio into any of these collaborative notebook environments. Okay, when available, there is a Dremio integration. So Deepnote does have a Dremio integration. So I could go here and click on integrations and create a new integration. And if I scroll down, there's a Dremio integration and you'd put in your credentials there. Okay, but regardless of whether there's an integration or not, a really easy way to bring Dremio into any notebook environment is using the Dremio Simple Query library. Okay, essentially all you need is your Dremio token, which you would get from your account. So basically in your Dremio account, you'd click down here and you'd go to account settings and then you'd be able to click on personal access tokens to create tokens. And then you just need the URL. So if you're using Dremio Cloud, so right here in the Dremio Simple Query documentation, you can find the URL depending on sort of what your environment is. So if you're using Dremio Cloud North America, Dremio Cloud the European control plane, if you're using Dremio software, and depending sort of whether that Dremio software is behind an SSL certificate or not, what would the URL look like? Okay, so here what I did is I created a environmental variables integration. Okay, so if you go here and you click environmental variables, you can then put in like your token and your URI behind environmental variables, so that way they're nice and secure and not in your code. Okay, so I have my token and URI in that environment. So, and then the code is as simple as this. So literally I just import Dremio Simple Query. Okay, actually first of all, I installed it. So here I installed Dremio Simple Query. And then depending on whether you want to use the pandas integration to Dremio Simple Query or polars or DuckDB integration, you install those as well. Okay, but as you see here, all I do is I go grab my token from the environment, I go grab the URI to Dremio from the environment, and I just establish a connection. Really easy, right? And then here I have a variable with my SQL query. And then here I show you each of the four methods that are included in Dremio Simple Query. Again, this is just a very simple Dremio client that uses Apache Arrow under the hood, so it does pull the data pretty quick, mainly for querying data. So in this case, what I can do here is I can do Dremio to Arrow, which returns the results as an Arrow streaming reader, which I can easily turn into an Arrow table or read the data in batches, however I want to do it. Or I could do Dremio to pandas, which takes the whole table and turns it into a pandas data frame. So that way you don't have to do all those steps. You just query the data and you get back a pandas data frame. And here we have Dremio to polars, which does the same with polars, and DuckDB, which returns a DuckDB relation. So that way you can further query using the DuckDB relation or drill down in that data. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, so if I'm going to start here. Okay, and first we're going to install all the libraries. Okay, that's all well and good. Then let's actually run this cell. Okay, and now it's sending the queries over to Dremio. So the first query is already done. Okay, and then you can see the output from that. So that's the Apache Arrow version. Here is the pandas version. Here's the polars version. Here's the DuckDB version. Okay, so you can see here that each time the query was successful, it returned the right type of object, and I was able to print it. So pretty easy to use Dremio in your Deepnote notebooks, whether using the already built-in Dremio integration or even just using Apache, this Apache Arrow-based Dremio Simple Query library. Then you have access to all that data. So I don't have to establish 50 connections to 50 different data sources because all my data sources are already connected in Dremio. All the views and data sets that I need are already curated in Dremio. I can just focus on the work that I need to do with those data sets here in my collaborative notebook, working with my colleagues in a collaborative environment. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this demonstration. Okay, and again, that library is Dremio Simple Query. Again, this is Deepnote. Okay, and again, I'm using Dremio Cloud in this example. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'll see y'all later. Have a great day. Again, best thing to do is try out Dremio for yourself. You'll have all sorts of links in the video description on sort of how to take your Dremio journey to the next level. I'll see y'all later.